in the place. You feel me? General SETI. Make sure y'all get over there to my Patreon. Y'all already know what it is. Fire, fire, fire. Over 500 presentations that'll blow your mind. Check it out. KingSeti.com. Official General SETI marketplace. DVDs, t-shirts, sweatshirts. We got it all for you, family. We got necklaces. We got everything African comedic. Check it out. Make sure you get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it, share it with your family and friends. And also get over to my Teachable platform where I upload a lot of self-help programs, dynamic self-help programs. You need that, family. You need that. And we got the 25 steps to the redemption of definitive black manhood. You know that's powerful. Check it out. We're going to get started today because we have to talk about this because these are dangerous times. These are very, very dangerous times where these guys get sour. Yeah, they get, yeah. When people get sour and shit, they just get to, anything that they don't have no power in, they try to discard. You see, motherfuckers try to discard and get rid of it because they don't have no power in that. It show them to be weak. You see, it show them to be weak, and so people try to discard anything that they don't have no power in. You see, and so we got sour elders. We got old sour elders. That's in ancient history is not applicable in today's life. Ancient history is non-applicable in today's life. You're not gonna get no powerful people to believe no shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Malcolm X said history is best qualified to reward our research. You see what I'm saying? History. When you go around any powerful people, you're gonna see, powerful people put ancient, the statues, the paintings. You see, everywhere you look in a strong people's nation, you will always see the veneration of their ancient prowess. You see, I've never heard nobody say no shit like that. When you go to the university system, right? What up, family? When you go to the university system, what do you see when you get there? You see the Greek fraternities and sororities. You see the Greek fraternities and sororities. Okay? So even there, when you go to the university system, they go back to what they believe is their ancient history in science and philosophy and knowledge and wisdom. You see, so they plaster the Greek philosopher, Thales, Pythagoras, Socrates, Plato. You see, and plaster them everywhere. You see, and so you hear when you go down everywhere downtown, you go to D.C. and they laid it out like ancient Egypt. You see, with the obelisk, which is obviously from ancient Egypt, and here it is. These is not even Africans. But they put the obelisk in it's that way in a lot of cities where the obelisk from ancient Egypt is just, is in all type of cemeteries. They even put it over their tombstone. They swear to God that they Christians and they Muslims and they Hebrews and all of this, but then they use the ancient Egyptian regalia, as their final resting place. You see, it's something that they know about our own history that we don't know. And we deny, you see, but we got sour niggas that say, you know what? Because they know there's power in that. They know there's power in that. And you ain't gonna find no people no mighty people that's gonna discard they ancient history. They just ain't gonna do it. Matter of fact, and I'm gonna stay on these Negroes because I'm gonna run them into the ground. What's that? What is that? Let me see what's that one. I remember. I believe it's in the yeah. It's Proverbs 28, 22, 28. Listen to this. And it's supposed to, and these niggas supposed to be rosters. They supposed to be all this shit. But I got to teach because when you got a sour old motherfucker that discard the necessary things of our people, even Sankofa say to go back and fetch. You see what I'm saying? How would you know your greatness if you discard your ancient history? What do you use as your foundation? You see what I'm saying? To pick yourself back up in dignity. You see? What do you use? We got sour niggas, man, that, and you got to discard these niggas. You got to get rid of these niggas. You see, when a motherfucker becomes so sour that they will even take the gems and jewels of the whole people and discard them. You don't need that. That's just like what the white man said. You don't need this. Donald Trump said, you don't need this. Discard your history. So, and this is, and a lot of people is saying this is the predicament we in anyway. So if we in the predicament we in because our history has been discarded, how is you gonna find a nigga that tell you that ancient history? If it's our history, it is most definitely, you see what I'm saying, a gem and a jewel because not all people are ancient. You see? But if you go to Proverbs 20, 22, 28, it says, remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. You hear me? Let me say it again. Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. You see what I'm saying? So this is to be venerated. This is to be venerated. Where you go where you go and even when you go into these goddamn these Capitol buildings, when you go into the Capitol building, what is the Capitol building? It's a replica of the Parthenon in Rome. You see, the Parthenon in Rome, it is a replica of that. So even when you look at much of and when you go into, I believe it was the House of Representatives, and you go in there, and they got the Roman fasces in there. You see, which is a bundle of reeds and they'll put the arrows in there, but it's symbolic of power. You see all of this regalia of ancient Rome and ancient Greece for the European. They don't give up their ancient history. You see, the Bible is ancient history, even though it's a lie. It's to for the people that believe in that. It's supposed to show, the history of the world, you understand? In a particular people, which they call the Hebrews, for them, that would be their ancient history, and then the history of the world, and so on. And so, if that's the case, then discard the Bible. Discard the Quran. Goddamn it, Elijah Muhammad came talking about 66 trillion years ago. A damn scientist. If that's the case, if it's not applicable, then what was the fuck people doing with the literature of Elijah Muhammad during the 60s and 70s? What was they doing? Should have discarded that shit. You see? Should have discarded that shit. But here again, we got old men sour, because they didn't really, sit up and tell tall tales all goddamn day, blowing hot steam and shit, telling fairy tales all goddamn day. ain't really no, I mean, if you got to document some of this shit that you saying out of your mouth, that's history. Whether it's ancient or not, don't make no difference. If it's documented and it's truth, then it should be used as a means to educate the people if it can liberate them. You see what I'm saying? But because you weak, you don't have a presence in ancient history because you're a fool. You're still talking about Rastafarianism. You see, you didn't, where you didn't put a on already misguided information. You see what I'm saying? You didn't put a cut on some already misguided information. You didn't put another cut on it. You see what I'm saying? Then because now I didn't expose the nigga about the Kemetic knowledge that you should not be a Kemetic. It take more than an Ankh, nigga. It take more than an Ankh. You see, in the one year, it take more than an Ankh to be just a Kemetic. So now you want to discard it because the nigga didn't put the shine the light on you, nigga. And now you want to discard all ancient history. Well, what you got to pyramid? Again, you become a hypocrite. You see, because you got pyramids up there, and if somebody seeing you, they will say, "Oh, that's the pyramid. That's the Ankh. Those symbols alone will guide somebody to ancient history. That's ancient history." You see, you using terms like Atan, and you using terms like El, and you use terms, Faye. Well, this is ancient history, but you use it, but you say it's not applicable. Then if it's not applicable, then you should give it up. You should discard it immediately, nigga. You see, I'm going to put the heat on your ass because you're proving yourself before you talk. You are proving yourself to be a bundle of confusion. But since the people, you might get two, but I believe most of the people over there is probably senior citizens. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to just, if they not, they must be senior citizens in their mind to listen to any goddamn thing that you talking about. Because again, you speaking with a forked tongue because you showing one thing and then you telling the people, oh, I'm using it. I'm using Pharaoh. I'm using ancient Egypt. I'm using the Kemetic knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Even when you deal with Rasta, you're dealing with Haile Selassie, who's supposed to be the lineage of Solomon and Makeda, Menelik. You see what I'm saying? Who they supposedly had a son Menelik, and that's supposed to be the bloodline of Solomon and Makeda and Menelik, but that's ancient history. But yet and still you a Rasta. If you ain't no goddamn Rasta, if that's not what you believing in. So I'm hearing you talking shit about Haile Selassie and shit like that, then nigga, you not a Rasta. Nigga, you just got dreadlocks, nigga. You just got dreadlocks. Just say what it is. I got to, I'm gonna push you to the point where you shut the fuck up, because you trying to mislead the people, and see that show a demonic spirit in you to do some shit like that. You feel me? Just because you didn't got the light shined on you. Straighten up, old nigga. Don't go to spitting on the knowledge and spitting on, you know what I'm saying? You uphold Elijah Muhammad, but you spit on everybody else. Malcolm X said history is best qualified to reward all research. Okay? If you see our people been successful in ancient times, in certain practices, in overcoming certain oppositions, you see struggles, and they apply certain practices to overcome that, then you could use that for today to overcome. If you seeing your peoples is great, just the images alone is enough to make people lift up and say, you know what, I come from royal bloodline. I come from great civilization. Why will you discard the image alone? And images are a lot of time more powerful than words. You see what I'm saying? More powerful than words. All powerful people today have always stay attached to their ancient history. I don't know. You could go over to China, you see, and they most definitely, they speak of their ancient history. You go to India, they speak of their ancient history. You go into any civilization on the planet, and they have monuments and museums and all of that to speak of their history, that they are ancient people. Okay, and so now we got people out here talking about that ancient history is non-applicable. See, this is dangerous. This is dangerous, man. This is dangerous, man. I mean, this is why, these niggas out here ain't real men no more. You see what I'm saying? You don't pull the rugs from up under the babies. It's a lot of people, it's a lot of youth out here that's studying. You see, if they wasn't studying ancient history or anything outside of the fucking streets, where the fuck would they be? So I would rather see our babies studying ancient history than being in the fucking streets selling dope, dying. If something like that can change them and pull them off the street, I'm all for that. You see, if seeing their history and knowing that they come from a great people would turn them around from out of the street doing this nonsense, putting their life on the line, dying young and shit, then this is a great thing for, to have our history. You see what I'm saying? That could wake our people up and hit some of that, unlock some of that DNA down in their spirit and soul that can lead them to a path of abundance and greater things than a lot of our children that get caught up out here in this street and don't have no option how to come up out the damn street. That's sad that an old nigga would do that. You see? And I'm serious. It's getting really, it's these old niggas, man. It's these old niggas. It's time to retire, motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? You no longer, no, motherfucker, you no longer applicable. Your ass have outgrown your usefulness when you start doing shit like that. You see, that's just obvious, you hating on the motherfucking culture, man. Real talk. We got to get these old, and I did a video a long time ago. Have some of our elders failed us, and they have. You see what I'm saying? How in the hell you gonna have so many children out here, you understand, in the predicament that they in? See, this is the thing where we give motherfuckers a whole lot of status, and there's some elders out here, and I salute them, man. Ain't nothing but love, ain't nothing but respect. But some of these motherfuckers ain't elders, they old. It's a difference in being an elder and just being old. Some of these motherfuckers out here just old. You see what I'm saying? They just old. They ain't got no usefulness, man, and being divisive. You see, and to where they telling the babies, that don't matter. You see what I'm saying? If that shit is doing something positive, it matters, motherfucker. You ain't, you can't wake up everybody. It could be a book that wake a baby up. It ain't got to be necessarily a person. It could be a book. It could be a video. It could be any of that. And if that's what, wake them up, who are you to say what is not applicable? I mean, it's been a lot of ancient history that then woke up a lot of black people out here and took them from a path a destructive path. You see, and we know this to be true. But you see, again, when people feel like, that, something is beyond them to control, they try to destroy it. They try to destroy it. When they don't have no prowess in ancient history, they try to destroy it. Say, oh, well, this means by where people can expose me for being a fraud. You see, I don't really know what I know. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna discard it. Well, discard it then. It means get rid of the Pharaoh, get rid of the Atan. I mean that shit. I'm on a whole lot of niggas today. And not just, whichever which way, because I got to clear the battlefield. You feel what I'm saying? And it is, a lot of people say that it is about debate. Because if you got some weak shit that need to be discarded and put in the goddamn trash can, then it got to goddamn go. All of this, all it is that we need to, be friends with motherfucking fake ass ideologies is not real. That's why we in the predicament we in. We need to debate it. And then when the shit ain't worth, and if it ain't worth two damn dead flies, it need to be thrown in the goddamn garbage. That's goddamn right. Ain't no goddamn let's be friends with some bullshit. No, we're greater people than that. We got higher standards than that. We always aim for the highest, standards. We don't settle for no no low frequency shit. You see what I'm saying? And that's why and see that's why I'm back on this motherfucking battlefield. You niggas is not gonna exist out here with that fake shit. That's just not gonna happen. And I don't give a fuck who don't want to come over to I don't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying? Because I know what I'm standing on is right and exact. I know what I'm standing on is to wake up my people by any means necessary. And I don't cut no motherfucker no slack. I'm just not cutting you no slack, nigga. And you can live in a little fantasy world all you want to. You see what I'm saying? Go right on here, nigga. But leave the minds of the people that's waking up, leave them alone. You ain't got no right to tell nobody what is not applicable. You are not in control of the universe, motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? The universe, it has doorways and portals for every family member to go through that portal. If that's the portal that wake you up, then man, the ancestors open that portal up for you. You jump through that motherfucker. Leady, don't listen to these niggas. Because these are some decrepit old motherfuckers, sour. And I'm not talking about my elders. And they know exactly what I'm talking about. And they sour when they see the youth is surpassing them a lot of time. At early ages, they picking up on this wisdom and knowledge, and they surpassing their ass. And it's a means by which they feel well, they have failed in their life. You see what I'm saying? Here, instead of celebrating the youth, you know what I'm saying? And trying to hand the jewels down and celebrate in their victories, celebrating their ability to wake up at a far earlier date than you did. You see what I'm celebrate that. But instead, you hate and shit and try to pull down the mechanisms that's waking the people up today. You try to destroy it because you got caught up in some fake shit. And that's really the reality of it. So, you know, powerful people, let's say it again, let's say this again, Proverbs 22:28, because it speaks truth. Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers, and I'm going to put in mothers, have set. You see, you don't remove that. That's a marker of your greatness. You see, and there's no real elder would ever teach people that ancient history is not applicable. That's bullshit. The world is made up on ancient history, man. You could go in every fucking capital of the world. You see that obelisk from ancient Egypt because it speaks of grandeur. It speaks of greatness. Everywhere you go, the pyramids, and where every African history all over the world is being venerated, even by non-Africans. You see why? Because it's so great that when you see a motherfucker go, if you ever went to the pyramids, you know, when you went to Egypt and you went to Africa, you seen the greatness, man, the inspiration, just looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Just being there and saying, wow, I can't even believe that something like this is even possible. And our ancestors was responsible in the inspiration that everybody that went to Egypt, man, automatically a certain level of inspiration just like catch fire inside of you. You see what I'm saying? You can't wait to get home, to get back here and get out here and teach and do something powerful, do something to help wake other African people up, wake other black people up. This is ridiculous, man, that we got sour grape ass niggas out here, man. Shameful. Shameful. You should just shut up at this point, because, you know, just shut up. Don't even say nothing else, man. You motherfucker, next time you come up and do videos, nigga, just write down the subject and try to stick to the subject. You see what I'm saying? Just stick to the subject, because at this point, man, you digging your hole even deeper. And it's showing you the lack of wisdom which you have. You have a lack of wisdom. You see, all this knowledge and ain't got none. You're supposed to have all this knowledge and ain't got none. And that's real motherfucking talk. So I just want to, you know, put my vocal tones out in the universe to tell people, man, that, you know, and I tell people that long time ago, I'm the Brillo pad. I'm not getting along with no niggas that's out of pocket. They're just like motherfuckers out here in these streets. People don't want to deal with these niggas. They talk about these niggas all day long, talking about how they don't like what's going, but they don't do, they really literally get along with them because they don't expose these niggas like they need to, and they continue to pillage and plunder the community. But everybody say, they not down with this type of behavior in the community, but they don't do a goddamn thing about it. But see, I'm not that way. You see what I'm saying? When I see some shit that need to be spoke on, I'm gonna speak on it. And I don't give a fuck if people say I'm being divisive. That's when you shine the light on motherfucker. That's what they gonna say. Oh, you being divisive. No, I'm shining the light on this bullshit out here, man. And it's some bullshit out here. It does not need to exist side by side with our sacred knowledge. It doesn't. It need to go in the trash can. And motherfuckers need to put a fucking tie that shit up and take that shit out there to the corner, take that shit out there to the garbage can and put that shit in the garbage can and wait on that man to roll down here and pick that shit up and put it in and roll off with it. You see what I'm saying? It should be gone forever. And so again, and I know people ain't listening to that. It's a bunch of old ass motherfuckers out there who life and like I said, I want to honor my elders. I honor my elders. They get a life, man, and I honor them. But again, everybody out here ain't no elder. It's just some old niggas. And some of these niggas is sour. They sour. You feel what I'm saying? And beware. Beware. They voices speak inspiration. You see, this is inspirational. I'm speaking inspiration, but I got to protect the sacred knowledge. You see, I got to fucking protect the sacred knowledge and what my elders, you understand, from the Black Power liberation community have written all these, and they ain't did shit. They ain't did shit. They keep talking about the Nation of Islam. Show me the catalog of dynamic books that the Nation of Islam, the one with the secret relationship between blacks and Jews, all that other shit. You can take that shit right on down there to you can take that shit right on to the garbage can. You know what I'm saying? You got a couple books by Elijah Muhammad. You see what I'm saying? But all that hocus pocus shit talking about 66 trillion years, y'all can get rid of that. That shit ain't true. You can get rid of that. So, I mean, what groups is y'all talking about? Our people put scholarship together. You see what I'm saying? Our Pan-African community, the one put the scholarship. What scholarship? From where? The Rastafarian? The Nation of Islam? The Muslim? The Black Muslim? They got a few books out there. You understand what I'm saying? What's his name? El Mustafa Al-Amin, whatever that brother name. He had a few books on some things that I put on my shelf. You see what I'm saying? He had a few books I put on my shelf, but they didn't have no great, college of scholars like we did. So let's just stop the bullshit. You trying to destroy, thousands of books. See, the Pan-African community published thousands of books in the time, you know what I'm saying? Thousands and thousands of books. Y'all got a couple books here, and they ain't even on the shelf for real. Y'all don't even get on the shelf because y'all shit ain't qualified to get on the shelf. You see what I'm saying? All that hocus pocus shit y'all niggas talking about can't get on the shelf. Can't get on the shelf. And I got a lot of Rastafarian friends. I love them. You know what I'm saying? But they know what I believe. They know that shit garbage. They know it's garbage. They probably just want to keep smoking weed. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they just want to keep smoking weed. That's all right. You ain't got to. If that's what you want to do, that's all right. Keep smoking weed. But you know that shit a lie. So go right on here, blow your weed, grow your weed. I ain't mad at you for that, but don't keep coming around talking about no Solomon and no Makeda and no goddamn Haile Selassie and all of that was no goddamn lineage and no damn Makeda and no damn Solomon. I'm tired of that, nigga. Stop it. You feel what I'm saying? Stop this shit. But anyway, family, I'm done for the night. Make sure y'all get over there, Patreon. Let me drop that link in there. Yeah, I'm cracking heads. I'm cracking heads. Ain't nobody getting, you know what I'm saying? Y'all out of pocket for this dumb shit. You niggas got to grow up. Can't be dissing and, waking people's up. Nigga said he was a general. Nigga, you a private. Nigga, the nigga said he was a general. I had to watch a little and see what he was talking about. Like, nigga, you ain't no general. You was a private, nigga. You ain't even got no stripes, nigga. I'll snatch your stripes off, nigga. You see what I'm saying? Now you ain't nothing, nigga. Now you ain't even a private, nigga. I done put you down in the Boy Scouts, nigga. You see what I'm saying? You got to come back up through the Boy Scout ranks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I done put the nigga off and you keep talking, you're gonna be in the Girl Scouts. That nigga gonna be in the Girl Scouts. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is this nigga talking to, nigga? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, you ain't even talking about he the general. Nigga, stop it. If you the general, we ain't got a goddamn chance. We might as well throw in the towel. We might as well throw in the towel if he the general. You might as well throw in the towel. We ain't got a chance in hell. Okay, fam. Get a video a thumbs up, share it, family. I know it's late out there. This is the general saying, hey, I'm gonna stay on these niggas, man, until they tap. You feel what I'm saying? You can't beat me. Don't try. You cannot beat me, nigga. Motherfuckers gonna be in my inbox. They gonna be like, Seti, give him a chance. You know how they family know, but I be crushing the motherfucker about to cry on the video. The motherfucker out there, you know what I'm saying? Get moist under the eyes and shit when they get to, like, man, could somebody tell this nigga Seti to get up off of me? You see what I'm saying? Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Get up, get to sniffling on the goddamn videos and shit. Like, man, could somebody get this, somebody, put can a little birdie whisper in Seti ear and tell him, man, could he give me a break? You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a break. Or you just got to shut the fuck up with that dumb shit. I'll give you a break. You know what I'm saying? Don't I'll give you a break. Just go on somewhere and get quiet and then resurrect on the right frequency. Cut that bullshit alone and come with the right frequency and get right. Other than that, nigga, I got my Timberlands on and all I want to hear is bones cracking. That's all I want to hear. Cause I'm coming with the black boot stomp. That's how I'm coming now. But anyway, family, click some of them links. Support the general, and I'll be black again a little later on today. I'm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Boom, black power.